Good night. Have one done tonight. God is good and God is good all the time. My name is Erin with your spiritual divine. I'm also the creator of the world. I have a little short news for you on today. Um, first we're gonna start with the president, President Bennett. He signed off on safety bill into safety for law. It came to pass. He passed it. So that's good. Because I've been talking about gun safety for months now. So I think Mr. President that he signed off for this law. Now the last time the law had been changed for gun safety was 30 years ago. So this is good that he signed off on it. Because you have so much of this shooting is going on, so much of this killing going on. So not only me, it been so many people coming up with safety rules and everything that brought it to his attention. So I'm glad that he did pay attention to it and sign off on these safety laws. You know, so um, I mean, it's just enough of all this shooting and killing. So something really had to be done. So that's why I've been talking about it for like months. Of these safety, toughen up these rules of person and all these guns. You know, age should be 25 years old to purchase a gun. You know, and also background check. All that was signed off. Because all these things is needed. If you toughen up these rules, they won't worry about rushing to keep on trying to buy these guns. Then you had red law flag. They're stepping in, take temporary taking guns off the street. So we trying to do everything we can to try to slow this pace of all this shooting and killing. So the last time the rules were changed for gun safety was 30 years ago. So now, this is the year. Like so much stuff is happening. So now so he done made changes for the gun safety. And I think that was good. We trying to do the best we can. To try to control or not even control, or trying to slow the pace of taking these guns, so we can have the slow pace of this shooting and killing and stuff. So that's the talk on Mr. President has signed off these gun safety new laws. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Louisiana district attorney. Now he stated that he rather to focus on violence and a crime, not the abortion. And well, I also agree because we have so much crime, so much killing and shooting is going on. So we pretty much has been focused on the crime. Focus on how we gonna solve this problem with these guns being purchased and all this shooting. So we pretty much been focused on that, especially on the shoot. Not only the crime is only in the community. It's at the school. It's at the graduation. It's at the church. So we have all this crime going on at all these different locations. So, so much crime going on. We all focus on more on the violence and the crime. Focus on how we're going to take these guns off the street. How we're going to toughen up these rules. Pretty much that's what we've been focusing on. So I'm going to keep up, I'm gonna keep with the safety rules. Like I said, I've been speaking on it for months. The gun age. 25 years old. Red flags, temporary step in. When taking guns off the street. I've been trying to take these guns off the street. Toughen up these rules. And we gonna see how all this is gonna play out. Because we have been focused more on the crime rate, these guns, all this shooting, all this killing. That's what we pretty much been focused on. That's the story the district attorney has spoke on. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about the abortion. Like they was saying, they banned the abortion in Louisiana. But I do agree on banning the abortion. I agree on that they'll ban, the abortion. And I also agree on what I heard them saying. If a woman get raped, then you should have abortion. That's what I agree on. The only way you should have abortion if a woman had got been raped, because no woman wants to carry or raise or rape a child, so I agree on banning the abortion only if a woman get raped, then she should have the right to have an abortion. So that's the only thing I agree on. I agree on the banning the abortion. I also agree that only if a woman get raped, she should have the right to abort that child. You know, so that's the news on abortion. So we talk about Mr. President that has signed off on the new gun safety laws. Came into effect. And last time it been changed was like 30 years ago. So we've been talking about all these gun laws for quite a while. I know I have. And somebody brought it to his attention. And I'm glad that Mr. President signed off on these new laws because we need it. We need changes. Background check had just got in effect on it, and I did came up with that also. So that's a good thing that he signed off on all these new laws. For all this shooting that's going on. We done had that in the school. They killed 19 kids. They killed so many people in the church. At a graduation, an elder woman, 80 years old, got killed at a graduation. So I also came up with safety rules for that also to do inspection before you enter the ceremony for graduation. So we're trying to come up with all kind of safety rules, for all this crime that's going on. And we also talk about the Louisiana district attorney. He said he only focuses on the violence and the crime, and not the abortion. And I agree that we all been focused more on the crime, the violence, and all the shooting that's going on. We all been focused on that. How we gonna make everything safe? How we gonna take these guns off the street? So our focus has been on the crime. And it's not only just in the community. It's in the school, the graduation, the church. It's like the crime is everywhere, not just in the community. So we talked about that, and we also talked about the abortion. I do agree that they should ban the abortion. No one should be getting an abortion when you have someone developing in your stomach. And I say only if a woman has been raped. They should have the right to abortion because no one wants to carry or raise or rape a child. That's the only thing I agree on. So that's all the short news I have for you on today. And I see you on the next video. Y'all have a blessed night.